Everyone, welcome back to another video. My name's Ash, and today we're going to be doing my vlog for Pickpongathon 2024. So if you don't know what Pickpongathon is, it is a readathon hosted by the lovely Krystal from Book Reviews. Now, Pickpongathon kind of has a little special place on my channel because it's the first ever video I did. So I did my first ever TBR video back a couple of years ago, and I've made it a tradition since I've started on my channel to do a TBR or both that and a vlog. So this year, because we didn't have prompts until the day of, I've essentially decided to do the vlog portion this year. So what you're about to see is the month of August. So I did try and vlog as much B-roll as I can. I know it's probably not going to be a lot, but I hope you enjoy, and let's get into the vlog for August.
They're welcoming you aboard, yes?
Thank you, friends.
Yes, I started reading Flash, the Storm Dragon's Mate. Oh my god, this is not going well. Welcome to the team, Bree. Can't wait to be able to join future sprints. Yes, I'm very excited. Neva will have the entire month of August off. You will see her face a lot. Welcome, Bree.
What's up, guys? So we come to the end of day one of Pickpong. So I decided to start the audiobook for Beryl Goes today, and I'm only like maybe 9 chapters in, so I've got about 3 hours left. It's quite a short audiobook. Book itself's 90 hours, but I'm listening on to 2 times speed, so it says it's got like maybe under 4 hours left, so like 3 hours and then that. So this woman following Lizzie, who meets this guy while she's on holiday in Morocco, and then they basically have this fling, and then she finds out that he died, and then he's left her money in his will. But she has to track down his lost son, and so that's basically what I'm up to at the moment. She's just finished, she's got to find his lost son for him, and she gets 10 grand, but then she gets an extra 5 for actually doing it, I think. So far, well, I'm only 9 chapters in, so I don't really know where this is going to go. I don't know whether this is going to be classed as a crime novel, but, well, it's classed as classic crime, so I'm assuming so. And, like, with Anne Cleeves novels, they're always crime books, so I'm assuming it's going to be, more crime behind it, so, like I said, I can't really judge too much, because I'm only 9 chapters in, so, but we shall see how it goes, because originally I was going to read Confessions, but I had other stuff to do today, but it's fine. So this book is going to fit the favourite genre, which is obviously crime. And then Convictions, I'm hoping to be 5 stars, because that's one of the prompts as well. So, but I have made a bit of a start today. Not as much of a start as I would like, but we made a start. So hopefully tomorrow, like, I've got the next few days off, so we'll see how the next couple of days go in terms of reading. But I am just coming out of a reading slump, because I only read maybe 2-3 books for Summerween, and 2 of them were audiobooks, and they took maybe like a couple of days tops each to read. So, but yeah, I'll check in with you guys later, and hopefully tomorrow will be day 2 update. What's up, everyone? So I know I haven't been really being updatey with this vlog, mainly because I just haven't been in the mood to turn the camera on. So I thought I probably should, because it's been like a week since I even did any updates for this. So far I have finished 3 books, so I'm up to the 4th book at the moment. So I did finish Burial Ghosts on the Monday, or it might have been the Tuesday. I finished it the day it started, whatever day it was. So I gave that 3.5 stars. I can see why the earlier books aren't so popular, because they are kind of, what I like about the later books, and I'll touch on this a bit soon with the current book I'm reading, is that you have not only more viewpoints, but you also get the mixture of all characters, whereas the earlier books is like, okay, you get perspective of some characters in this half, and then the second half is those views, and it's like, you kind of get so invested in one side, but then you've got, okay, well shit, we're going to change up next side. So I can understand why people didn't like it as much. So I only gave this 3.5. So that was that one, and then I think the next book I read was, what was it? Yeah, so the second one was A Lesson in Dying, which was a 5-star prediction. It ended up being like 4.5, I think, but it was a prediction, so I don't know if it has to be 5 stars as a result, but It's fine anyway, whatever it is. So I think I gave that one, pretty sure it was 4.5. I'll have to double check when I go to edit this, but yeah, it was okay. Like, it was 4 stars, it was fine, but it was a lot better than the Burial of Ghosts. The story was a lot more interesting and a lot more tight. But I can definitely see why people don't like that one either, because, it's the, again, it's, although you can could see the dual points of view and that one sort of mixing together a bit more compared to Burial of Ghosts, but, yeah, like that, it was just another audiobook I listened to, so that fulfilled the prompt for, 5-star, and then Burial of Ghosts was favourite genre because it's crime drama, so, and then even page number, which was the one I recently finished, was The Heron's Cry, so that's like, well, technically it could be 2 books, so it could be either even page number or series continuation, but I just realised now that I'm updating this, that the book I'm listening to is an even page count as well, so I could use that as my even page count, because The Heron's Cry was the audiobook from the library, which would be the library book prompts that I need to fulfill for this. So I'm kind of mixing the prompts as I go, because you don't actually put in what prompt you actually fulfill as you go. Well, you can say in the Discord, but I don't know whether they're counting that at this stage or whether it's just, a way for you to track what it is. But I've got it written down anyway, so it's like, well, So that's that. And then so I didn't say how many stars I gave that. So I gave Heron's Cry 4. That was a 4.5? No, I think that was 5 stars I gave that, because that was, you can tell it's one of her later novels because it's a lot better in terms of, you've got different perspectives, different, it makes the story a lot more interesting than, having sort of, as I'll explain in a minute, it's more, it's more intriguing that way, because the book that I'm on at the moment, which is A Crow Trap, so I'm almost, let me just audible. I'm like, I only got over 3 hours of a 10-hour audiobook left, and we've only just gotten because we've had 2 deaths in this book. So we've had Bella, who took her own life by hanging herself, and then we have Grace, who was killed, seemingly. But they don't really start the investigation side into Grace's death until now. So we've only just started the investigation into her death, because we've spent a pretty good 50% of this book with the characters, all the suspects, and, how they intertwine. And I'm like, I can see why she sort of changed up as years went by, because the fact that I get we have to set these characters up, but you've got Bella, who supposedly, from what I can gather, she did take her own life, but now we've found out that she was intertwined with the father of another girl who was on this team that they're helping out with this quarry that's meant to be getting built, and surveying and all that. And it turns out the father of the girl who just died they met like years ago in rehab or that, and they basically, we don't know the full extent of that yet. It's only just been revealed to us in like last few chapters. So I can understand why the earlier books people aren't fan of, because you basically been dumped the suspects part, and then now more than halfway through we're finally getting to the investigation part. I'm like, we need to get to that part sooner, because it's a bit so yeah, that's what I'm up to at the moment. So I probably might finish this tonight, probably not, because I got a birthday party on tomorrow night, and then I'm going to MacCon. I think that's what it's called. It's like this little con that they've got on in Mackay for the last 2 years. I haven't really went because it didn't look. I guess they hadn't looked too exciting. But I've seen some authors who I actually do know that I actually went to high school with. But looking at their pages the other day, I thought, oh, it's really interesting that we could do that. So I'm going to go check that out around lunchtime because I've got this party at 6, which is thankfully only like 5 minutes down from my house, which is great. But it's like a half an hour drive back and forward, so that's like an hour I've got to, have it in. I've got to put that into perspective as well. Hopefully I might get some footage from that tomorrow. Maybe not, but we shall see. But yeah, that's what I'm up to at the moment. Hopefully I can update you a lot more than, a week away.
And what is something special about your cosplay? Pretty much everything is like what from the op shop. I just went in and was like, okay, color white, and I grabbed literally everything that was white. The skirt is like a bed sheet, a dining cloth, and just threw it all together and hope for the best. Very resourceful. Okay, I'll get you to do Paris and Duchess, please.
So it's been about a week since I updated this because obviously I haven't been real good at updating this. Sorry, my camera's going. Will you stop that? So it's been a while since I've used this stand, so if it moves, I'm sorry. So it's been about a week since I updated this vlog, mainly because I've been busy. Also because I've only read, I've read about 3 books since I last spoke to you, so as I said the other day, I started the audiobook for The Crate Trap. So that was the first Vera Stanhope book. And look, it was fine. Not so it's my favourite of the books, mainly because it has that earlier section where basically you see where the seeds for the other books started to grow, like the multiple points of view. Probably my biggest complaint about it was the fact that you had POVs of like 3 characters, so you had Vera's point of view and 2 other women's point of view, but you didn't really get to the solving of the case to like more than 50% of the way in. I'm like, come on, we need to speed this up a bit, it's a bit ridiculous that you're waiting this long to essentially put the beginning of the solving of the mystery in the book, you know what I mean? So I'm like, come on. So it was fine, but I've seen the TV adaptation, so I knew he did it anyway, but it's fine. Like, it was an audiobook, so basically didn't have to physically read it, which has been a great save at the moment because I've not been technically a fan of picking up books at the moment, especially like actually sitting down and doing it. So basically I've just been listening to audio for most of this readathon so far. So that was alright, so that was 3.5. And then, as you saw, I went to this little con thing, like a popcorn thing. Was it exciting? Not really. Given my time again, I wouldn't go. Mainly because there wasn't much there. But I didn't get much view of the stalls and shit, but yeah, it wasn't really that exciting, to be honest with you. Honestly, I only went because there was an author there who I actually went to high school with, and I didn't even know she wrote books until they announced it on like the Facebook page. I'm like, wait, she sells books. So I did haul a couple of those, so I'll show you those once I've done that. But yeah, so basically it was a bit boring. I wouldn't go again. But entry was only $5, so that probably make of that what you will. So yeah, so that was alright. And then I had that party Saturday night, and I was there till like 2 o'clock in the morning. So needless to say, I wasn't exactly fully awake on Sunday. That's fine. So I've done that. Then I started the audiobook for the second Vera book, which was Telling Tales. So I only finished that on, what day are we on today? So I only finished that yesterday. Look, it was fine. There was a 3.5. It wasn't necessarily as, it was better than the first book, but again, I've seen the TV show, I know who did it anyway, so I kind of spoiled it for myself, but I just really wanted to see what essentially what it was like. But yeah, that was okay, so that was 3.5. And then on Thursday, I picked up the audiobook for The Raging Storm, which is the 3rd Matthew Van book, and I actually liked that a lot better. I gave that, what did I give that? I actually gave it 4.5, that one, because you definitely feel more immersed in it than the other books. And the fact you've got more multiple points of view, different characters, the coppers, the sergeants, it's a lot more engaging than what, so we're gonna move to my bedroom. Oops. Sorry, I just turned Siri on there by accident. So yeah, so that as well. It's freaking hot in there. So yeah, so I finished that, the audiobook for that today. And like I said, I gave that 4.5 because it was fine. But it was definitely a lot better than the other books that I read. But I'll show you the books I got, so give me 2 seconds. Okay, so I ended up getting 3 books. So the first one is A Dragon's Mind. So I'll link April's socials in that down below. So she's actually she was actually a year below me when we went to high school. And she was so cool. She was so cool too, because she even signed it for me, which was awesome. Yeah, so she writes a lot of kids' books as well. So if you're looking for children's books as well, definitely check her out. Yeah, so I've got A Dragon's Mind, A Dragon's Body, and A Dragon's Soul. So from what I gather, this is like it's a mix of humans versus dragons. And apparently the MC can share her thoughts with dragons. So that kind of reminds me a lot of Fourth Wing. I hope it's... I really want to enjoy it, because I do want to support her. Well, obviously I did. I bought all three of these books, but yeah, so I was chatting to her for a while I was at this convention, and we had a really good chat. So yeah, I was going to update this vlog yesterday, but I had a at-home sleep apnea test, so I had to make sure I was prepared for that. So I should have taken photos. It was a really good look on. So yes, that's what I'm up to at the moment. So I've got 3 more books to go before I can hit my main prompt goal. So I've decided to go with a reread of the Alan Rickman diaries for the name on the cover prompts, mainly because like I do want to still read Haunting Adeline, but that I want to do a separate vlog entirely for that, because I do want to do like a dark romance vlog, because I do have some dark romance books over on my shelf over there, but yeah, it's not in the mood for dark romance at the moment. But I thought, well, it's got the Alan Rickman diaries has got the name in the title, so I've only got to do that. I've got to do Disability Rep, which I've decided to go and borrow Full Metal Alchemist from the library, because apparently that has a disabled character in it. And at least with manga, I can get to that a lot quicker, because Haunting Adeline, where is the book actually? I put it. Ugh. So like that's how chunky Haunting Adeline is, and obviously the manga's going to be a lot smaller than that. So, and physically, I definitely want to read smaller books at the moment. And although I have been switching in between audio and the physical copy when I get sick of listening to the audio for like the Anne Cleeves books, like this afternoon, I basically had I read the final maybe 10 chapters of the Raging Storm physically, because I was getting tired listening to the audiobook. So but yeah, that was fun. So I've got Disability Rep. I've decided to redo the poll pick, because I've got some books I really want to read more than others. So at the moment I think I put the 3rd Vera book on there, the 2nd Bone Season book, and that's the 1st in the Chestnut Spring series book on there. So last time I checked, the Bone Season was winning, which is great, because that I definitely need. If I want to read physically, I want a book that I actually do want to pick up and read physically, and also I want to vlog that for my reread of that series video, which I'm doing separate as well. So that one's winning at the moment, so I'm really grateful that is winning. But and then I think the 3rd, no, I've settled that. It's 10:30 at night, so I am a little bit tired. But yeah, so far I've read 6 books, which is a hell of a lot better than I thought I'd be doing. Like, yes, it's like nearly 2 weeks into the month of August, but I've been in such a slump this year, it's not even funny. So but yeah, I'm glad I'm making progress. So at the moment I'm watching Krystals Sprints. We've got about 16 minutes left of this last sprint, so I'm probably going to read a bit more of the Alan Rickman diaries before bed, and then hopefully I can get some more reading fitted in tomorrow, because even though I'm working for the next 4 days after that, 3 of those are going to be shorter, so hopefully I can get some more fit in after those days instead of the Wednesday, but we shall see. But yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. Like I said, I'm a lot further than I thought I would be at this stage in the month, because yeah, my reading this month has just been not this month, this year entirely has just been so bad. But yeah, so that's where I'm in at the moment. Hopefully I will update you guys a lot sooner than in a week's time, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, so, you know how I said it probably wouldn't be a week since I updated? Yeah, that was a lie. It's always been a week later, again, but, hey, don't get at me, I've been at work for the last 5 days, I needed a chill day, okay? But I did finish Alan Rickman Diaries the other day. It was 5 stars, obviously, because I love that book so much. So I am now only 2 books remaining from finishing the first 9 prompts we gotta do. Do I see myself doing too many doubles? Probably not. Or the bonus ones, because it is now, what, the 23rd of August? And, it's taken me this long. But, to be fair, I will give myself credit. I've been in a reading slump this year, so it's understandable, but I'm impressed I managed to get this far into my reading goals without, you know, forcing myself to read when I didn't want to, vice versa. So I've only got to do the disability rep prompt and the series continuation one. So I thought I might, originally I was going to read, so I'm just trying to hold my stick. I was going to read Love Theoretically, but I had to return that to the library. But I did find the, whoa, this is not staying properly. So I did find a manga for Male Alchemist, which I know has disability rep because I googled it. So I'm just trying to make sure my camera does not fall off its stick. Oh, jeez. Okay. So yeah, so I picked that up. I won't pick it up tonight because I've just been spending the day chilling and then listening to Sabrina's new album, which is really awesome. It's definitely one of my top 5 albums of this year. It's so good. And I think the music video for the next song premieres in like an hour, so I'll probably be definitely staying up for that. Yeah, like I said, not much reading has got done this week because I've been like, the last 5 days, so it's just been crazy. But I do have tomorrow off, and then I go back to work Sunday, so, yeah, I don't have much of an update this time. It's, it's been slow but steady reading this month, but I'm glad I'm not rushing myself to force myself to read, because obviously it won't work. So yeah, so I will update you guys again, hopefully tomorrow, when I have read Full Metal Alchemist.
Sure, Jan.
Oh, hi there, how's it going? So it's been a week later, again, but look, this is what you get, okay? So we are now coming towards the end, so it's now currently the 30th of August. I did start Full Metal Alchemist the other day, but sadly I DNF'd it at halfway point, because I just wasn't interested, but thankfully we can count DNFs as long as they're halfway read, so I'm so glad I could count that, because I don't think I could find anything that I wanted to read physically for like the last week or so. So I DNF'd that, and then I did finish today the first graphic novel of the Infernal Devices series, because I do want to reread those 3 eventually physically and annotate them, but I'm just not in the mood to do that. Sorry, at the moment, so I thought the graphic novel would be better. Oh, excuse me. And I also, it was a lot quicker, plus, even though I did want to read the bonus season for the poll prompt, because that was the skull emoji, I definitely think this fits it too, because, I mean, you know, it's Victorian England setting, you know, Shadowhunter world, there's obviously going to be, you know, death. Well, that's how I interpret that emoji anyway, so we're going to count it at this stage, because I want to get I at least want to get the 19 prompts done before the end of the month. And I know there's no pressure on us to do that, but no, I want to contribute, okay? So don't at me. I finished that today. Obviously, it's 5 stars. And then, so now I'm up to the bonus prompts. So I was going through them earlier today. Well, this afternoon, actually. And I definitely can fit in at least 1. well, technically I could fit 1 or 2, but we can't double up on bonus prompts, I don't think, so, which is a shame, because the book I'm reading at the moment, so I did start reading the 11th Vera novel, so I'm now up to page, where are we, I'm up to page 70, so I'm 9 chapters into that. So this one follows, so this is a new case where we're investigating the death of a social worker who's killed outside the front of this care home for teenage kids, and then one of the other kids has gone missing as well. So currently she's the main suspect and all that, and they're, you know, essentially trying to find her, you know, because, you know, well, is she the killer? Was she abducted because she saw it? So we've got that, and then we've got the effects flowing on from the events of the last book, which I won't spoil, but that essentially is going to play into the team dynamics a little bit, I feel. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, but I'm only 70 pages into that, so, but I am probably going to go to bed soon, because it's been a long day today. I did my first ever boogie bounce class today, which is basically like a trampolining class, which is great for cardio, because I need to get more cardio apart from the walking I do at work, because that's the only physical activity I do at the moment, which is really bad. Yeah, and because I was looking at investing in the trampoline too, because it's really, really cheap, because you get the trampoline, socks, and like a DVD full of workouts as well, but I didn't want to invest money in that before going to a few classes first. So I've done the first class today. I'm definitely going to give it another go, because the sweat, the half hour is so, I'm sorry, my hand is like really shaky here, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it, and for me, it's finding a physical activity I want to keep doing and I enjoy, like, you know, because I said, oh, you know, go for walks, and I'm like, yeah, I walk as part of my job, and I get paid for it, thank you very much. Going on walks, like, outside of work is not something, I get really bored doing that, and, you know, I don't have a walking pad either to do, you know, because I've seen those videos where people get the walking pads, and then they do those walking videos on YouTube, but I don't have a walking pad, so, but like I say, I get my walking in when I go to work, so that's where I get the walking portion in, and I get paid to do it, so I'd rather walk at work and get paid for it than walk for what they cause is, well, I don't know how people enjoy it, I really don't. I'm not that person, okay? I want an exercise that A, is enjoyable, B, I'll keep going back to, and that actually will benefit me. It's not something where, like, oh, okay, I suppose I have to go for a walk today to keep up my physical activity up. Whereas boogie bounce, I know it's something I definitely want to keep doing, and it's something that will, you know, give me that cardio that I really want to do on top of the walking I do for work. So I'm quite hopeful that I will keep going to those classes, and I would definitely want to do get a tramp eventually, but it's just finding somewhere to put it at the moment, because finding the room for it is going to be the main thing as well, and finding somewhere where it's out of the way of the cat, because that'll be the main issue, is trying to find somewhere where the cat won't get to it and get in the way. But yeah, I'm going to sign off now because I need to go to bed, but I am hoping to continue with more of this tomorrow after I've done. I know it's housework I got to do tomorrow. I'm not really looking forward to that, but it's fine. But yeah, so hopefully I shall check in with you guys tomorrow night before the end of the month. Hey everyone, so it is now the 1st of September. I was going to update this vlog yesterday, but I never got around to it because I just basically spent half the day reading, making cakes, and then just trying to finish off some books for the final slog. So I did get 3 books read yesterday. So I did finish The Dark Rise first. So I gave this 4 stars. Not quite a 5-star. I did like the conversations around the care of, you know, troubled teens and sort of how the system is overloaded, and, you know, there's some who are just in it for money and, you know, treat these kids as just a cash cow, and they don't really care about the well-being of these kids instead of, you know, trying to sort out the problems. And I thought that was really well handled in this. I loved the dynamic between Vera Jo and the new girl. So there was one thing she said in this, the new girl said, that annoyed me a little bit, but I can't remember what it was. This was way back yesterday, and I've just been at work all day today, so I can't really remember what it was, but it was something in regards to the previous girl, or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but that did annoy me a little bit. But other than that, this was a quite well done story. Like I said, it wasn't quite 5-star material, it's 4.5, if I'm being generous. But yes, so I really did enjoy this, and it did fit our team's purple cover quite well. So I finished that, and then I started and finished Thorn Hedge by T. Kingfisher. So this was a Sleeping Beauty retelling. I first thought it was a Rapunzel one when I first bought it, because obviously it's got the tower on it. I did like the different take on this. Not enough to reread it, so I gave this 3 stars. It's only like 110 something pages, but I do like the way T. Kingfisher approached it, but like I say, it's not a book I'd pick up again. And again, this is such a pretty purple cover. It's so pretty. So I finished that, and then the final book I read was The Dawn Chorus, which was the novella between the 3rd and the 4th book. So this was quite a short book. I've read this before, 5 stars as usual. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So that was my final book of the readathon. So altogether this month I read 11 books, which I'm quite surprised I did, because normally over the past few months I haven't read a lot. So this has sort of been a great motivator for me to slowly get back into it and not overdo it, because I feel like I don't want to just pound my reading, just go through book after book after book just for the sake of, you know, hitting points. But I'm so glad our team won. I only found out this afternoon because I've been at work all day today. But I'd be quite interested to see what the final points are. I hope Crystal does share those, because I know there was only 90 something points, I think, between the 1st and 2nd place last night before I got off sprints. So yeah, it was quite interesting. But I am so happy with the results of this month's vlog. I didn't get as much B-roll as I hoped to, but hopefully I've got enough to sort of fill in the gaps in between us. But a lot of this is going to be just shots of my face, so you're welcome. So thank you so much to Crystal for hosting this readathon. As always, I am so happy I've participated in this, because like I said, this year's been such a slog for me. It's been tough, but I'm so happy I've done it. So this is where I will leave the video here. As always, do go follow Crystal, and if you are not subscribed to me, I would love it if you did. All my socials are down below, and I shall hopefully see you guys in the next video coming very soon. Bye.